My name is Stephen Mike, and I never believed in ghosts until my little sister started talking to someone who wasn't there, and I had to survive the nightmare that followed. I lived a pretty normal life in a quiet rural town in Pennsylvania. I worked as a freelance graphic designer, did morning runs, made decent money, and spent my off days looking after my little sister, Emily. Our parents had passed in a car crash 2 years back, and I'd had taken full custody of her at the age of 24. Emily was a bright 9-year-old, imaginative, and a little too into her dolls. Life was peaceful, slow-moving, and I loved it that way. Until the night I heard her whispering in her room. At first I dismissed it. Kids talk to their toys all the time, right? But as the days passed, I noticed she always sat in the same spot by the closet, whispering back and forth like a conversation. I caught bits like, "No, Stephen doesn't believe you," or "He says you're just imaginary," which was weird, but manageable until she told me the thing's name. Mr. Wraith. The name chilled me for no reason I could explain. I asked her who he was, and she said, without even looking up, "He's the man who used to live in the walls." That night I couldn't sleep. The phrase kept echoing. So I did what anyone would do. I googled the house's address, and that's when the past came crawling back. Turns out, in the early 90s, a man named Ira Wraith lived there with his daughter. He was a shut-in with violent tendencies. The girl had gone missing. He said she ran away. Police never found the body, but locals swore they heard crying through the walls. My stomach turned. I tried brushing it off, telling myself the internet is full of twisted stories, but Emily's conversations got darker. One night she said, "Mr. Wraith doesn't like you in his house." I snapped, stormed into her room, and saw her kneeling, staring into the dark open closet. Her voice changed flat, deeper. "He's behind you," she said. I turned so fast I almost fell, but there was nothing. I didn't sleep again. Things escalated quickly. I'd wake up to furniture moved, whispers through vents, even scratching sounds inside the walls. One night I caught her sleepwalking toward the basement, eyes rolled back, muttering, "Let me go with her. She's cold." I started documenting everything, video, audio, EMF meters I ordered online. It wasn't just Emily anymore. This thing was in the house, and it wanted me gone. I brought in a priest, but as he walked through, he paled and refused to return. He whispered, and, angry, I considered moving out, but every time I brought it up, Emily cried and said, "She'll be all alone if we go." One night, I woke to find Emily missing. I found her in the attic, whispering into the corner. When I called out, she turned and said, "He said he'll show you where he put her." That was the moment I understood it wasn't just ghosts. This was unresolved tragedy. I asked her to lead me to the hiding spot, and she pointed to a loose wooden panel in the attic wall. Behind it, a small crawl space, tiny, fractured, wrapped in a rotting pink dress. The police confirmed it was the girl who went missing, Mr. Wraith's daughter. That discovery made national news. Our house became infamous overnight. Emily didn't speak for days after they took the remains, but when she finally did, she smiled and said, "She says thank you." After that, the whispering stopped. The air in the house changed lighter, breathable, normal. We kept living there. I couldn't abandon the place after everything. What did I learn? That evil thrives in silence. That sometimes, ghosts don't want revenge, they want someone to listen. I share this story not to scare you, but to remind you. When someone tells you they see or hear something you don't, especially a child, don't brush it off. Ask, investigate. Sometimes their imaginary friends aren't imaginary at all. Today, Emily's 12, doing better, and loves painting. We even have one of her paintings on the wallet. It's a little girl in a pink dress, smiling. I asked her why she painted it. She said, so she can stay happy forever. I still get chills, but they're different now. We survived the haunting, the horror, the fear that nearly drove me mad. And I came out stronger. If you're facing something that seems too big, too scary, or too impossible, remember this. There's always a reason it found you. Maybe it needs your help. Or maybe, just maybe, it knows you're the only one who will listen.